Hey guys, welcome back to Black, White, and the Grays. My name is Kylie. Yeah, it's been a bit. I have had some sick kiddos and been just like a week of taking care of kids last week and getting them healthy. They're all doing so much better, but I'm currently now battling a sore throat and all that. I'm actually gonna make some tea right now. I have my tea supplies that I've gathered from the gardens, and I'm gonna be using a lot of my own stuff. Some things actually haven't been rummaged from the gardens. These are just some lemon peels. They look terribly ugly, but it smells like a lemon head. Like super strong lemon head. They're so good in tea. It's so good. Right now, it's not one of those super bad sore throats where it like hurts to, when you eat or swallow, it hurts to swallow, but it doesn't hurt to eat. And I have been putting lemon in. I have some echinacea tea. I didn't grow any echinacea. I actually have a really hard time growing echinacea. So, but something that grows quite wild. This is a small jar. I have one more large jar. It's mullein. Mullein is a medicinal herb that just grows crazy. That grows crazy like a weed around here, and it's super good for anything. Helps make your coughs more productive. There's mucilage in it, and it just helps get your kind of gross phlegm out. It's a fact of life, you know? So I'm gonna get some water in my tea. I have like such a lack of energy right now, but the fact of the matter is I still have to go milk my cow. We're calf sharing still, but the calf is still not getting enough milk. So we're still able to get a gallon and a half hot water. Need some honey. Honey, honey, honey. And it's pouring rain. So I'm going to get some tea in me and get out there, milk this cow, and get back in here. It's been a weird weather pattern system that's in. Yesterday it was 66 degrees. It's a week before Thanksgiving. November. 66 degrees. This rain should be snow, but I do have faint memories of other Novembers of it being me just working in the garden with short sleeves, listening to Christmas music. Now, you will see some lights. You will see a smidge of Christmas decorations. We don't put up our tree until after Thanksgiving, and that's just because we go to the mountains and find one and chop it down and bring it home and put it up the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So I do have some cheerful garland. My Christmas village is up. And that's about it. I'm redecorating. We're about to put in some new flooring. So behind me, I just redid this. This little red barn, if you've seen my kitchen. I made this red barn. It's over there. A few years ago, I put it up and I was kind of done with it. And so I got these pictures for my birthday. I don't know the exact placement. I have ideas, and typically my sister's really good at that kind of stuff, and she'll help me out. So the decorations in my kitchen, just with us, with all the supplies we need for dairying and preserving, things that would typically go in my kitchen that don't have a purpose, I'm going through and kicking out. If you're in the kitchen and you're cute, you can be cute. You just have to have a purpose. These are my harvest baskets that I use all the time, or drying baskets, or both. Harvest basket, drying baskets, and I have a few more I think I'm going to hang from the ceiling. And yeah, so that's where I'm at. So what do we think? Do we like this? I think I do. It's a gloomy, rainy day, but I thought I'd jump on here, show you guys we're still alive. We're just a little down for the count. We're doing good though. And I have a hunch this is how my kids' sickness started. Sore throat, pretty good one. And then you just, and it lasts about 3 days. A good solid 3 days. Like this hairdo, this is what's called no brush do. This is real life. Hello. And like I said, we're not separating the calf yet. If our calf was a little bigger, this is the kind of day, and she was keeping up with Mia's milk on her own, this is the kind of day I'd just call an audible and let the calf take over. But she's not keeping up with it. And Mia gets so full that her udder will still be leaking because it's so full. I've gotten so much faster at this. So much faster. My massive praise report for this video is, if you missed it in our last video, I started doing praise reports. And the praise report is that she hasn't kicked me in over a week. And I come out with 1 milk pill for the last 2 weeks, and I get a gallon and a half every time without kicking it over, and I'm getting faster with milking. So that is this week's praise report, and as well as that my boys are feeling healthier. Okay, so I just finished up milking. It is starting to rain, so we need to make this quick. This camera is not waterproof, so I think we'll be okay for now. My friend Kathleen, she's a neighbor, she's a volunteer, she comes out, she's been on a few videos I think, and at least one, and she came and brought me leaves. We don't have very many leafy trees, deciduous trees around here, and she brought me a ton of leaves, and she's bringing me actually more today. Well, she was going to, but since I'm not feeling great, we're putting it off. But we're going to finish out lining the garden with leaves. Leaves are a great mulch. You don't want to put your garden to bed in the winter naked. It wants to be covered. So the pine needles that are already covering it are a really good source of covering, but leaves are probably my favorite. We just don't really get a chance to use them. But if you can't find leaves, try and find some straw that's not sprayed or hay. You will have more likely to deal with weeds, or grass clippings would be good if they're grass clippings that weren't going to seed. It's a really wise idea. Now our big garden, we'll see what we can do. I think we have a lot of extra hay that we can put on it, but other than that, it's just gonna have to be what it is. Sometimes it's just not feasible to do a huge garden like that. But this little garden we cover every year and get it ready for winter. I love the look of these leaves. They're gonna compost beautifully by next year, and it's gonna be gorgeous. So we'll use whatever she brings, and at least we'll get the edges done. We already composted those. We already composted the beds with our own compost. Well, the outer edges. We haven't done the middle, the ones in the middle. We'll probably get to that in the spring if I'm gonna just shoot you straight, because sometimes you just get tired. So do your best. Get some pine needles, get some leaves, get some mulch, whatever you can gather on your gardens is wonderful. All right, guys, well, I'll see you on my next video. Thanks for following along. If you don't hear from me for a little bit, you know why. All right, guys, let me know your praise reports down below. And Lord willing, this little sickness won't last long. Bye, guys.